The Galaxian Empire's Grand Colosseum had seen blood from 1,000 worlds, but never human blood. Ambassador Chen Wei stood at the viewing platform's edge, watching the arena floor 300 meters below with the cold calculation that had made him Earth's most feared negotiator. The violet sand had been raked smooth, hiding the stains from yesterday's exhibition matches, public executions disguised as sport. "Your species fascinates us, Ambassador," purred Overlord Thias, her serpentine form coiled behind ornate viewing screens. "Such fragile creatures from such a hostile world. Tell me, how many of your kind survived to breeding age on this?" "Terra?" Chen didn't turn from the arena. "Enough!" The crowd's roar echoed through the massive dome as three figures emerged from opposite gates. To the left, a Vraxian hunter-killer, 8 feet of chitinous armor and razor-sharp limbs that had evolved to prey on the megafauna of the galaxy's deadliest jungle worlds. To the right, a Corvani berserker, its bio-enhanced muscles bulging beneath ceremonial scars, genetically modified for a single purpose: killing. And from the center gate, looking impossibly small between them, walked Captain Sarah Martinez. The human moved with an easy grace that made the alien nobility lean forward in their seats. No armor, no visible weapons, just standard Earth military fatigues and boots that had seen too many worlds. She'd volunteered for this, Chen remembered. When the Galaxians had demanded a demonstration of human combat prowess as part of the trade negotiations, she'd stepped forward before he could even process the insult. "Magnificent specimens," Thiss continued, her forked tongue tasting the air. "The Vraxian has killed 17 sentients in formal combat. The Corvani, 23, both apex predators from death worlds as you humans classify them." Her laugh was like breaking glass. "Though I understand your world earned that designation as well. How quaint." The arena master's voice boomed across the Colosseum in the universal trade language. "Let the demonstration begin." The Vraxian moved first, its 6 legs carrying it in a scuttling charge that would have liquefied most sentient beings. The Corvani flanked wide, planning to crush whatever remained. Standard pack hunting tactics. Martinez didn't run. She took 2 steps forward and dropped into a crouch, her right hand scooping up a handful of violet sand. The Vraxian's claws whistled through the air where her head had been a split second before, and she rolled beneath its armored carapace, coming up behind it as the Corvani's charge brought it into range. What happened next lasted perhaps 3 seconds, but the slow-motion replay would be studied in military academies across a dozen species for generations. Martinez flicked the sand into the Vraxian's primary eyes, then used its momentary blindness to vault onto its back. Her legs locked around its thorax just as the Corvani's fist hammered into its ally's skull, with the force of a small meteor. The impact that should have splattered the human instead drove the Vraxian's face deep into the arena floor. Before the Corvani could process what had happened, Martinez was moving again. She grabbed one of the Vraxian's severed head spikes, a weapon longer than her forearm and sharp enough to cut molecular bonds, and drove it through the soft joint between the Corvani's shoulder plates. The berserker's roar shook the arena, but Martinez was already sliding between its legs, hamstringing it with surgical precision. When it fell, she was there with the spike, ending it quickly. The crowd had gone silent. Chen allowed himself a small smile as he watched Martinez walk to the arena's center, the makeshift weapon discarded. She looked up at the viewing platform, not at him, but at Overlord Thiss. "Your turn," she said, her voice carrying clearly in the sudden hush. Thiss's scales had gone from their usual golden hue to a pale, sickly yellow. What? "You classify worlds based on how many apex predators they produce," Martinez continued, her tone conversational despite speaking to a stadium of beings who could have her vaporized with a thought. "Earth has more than any world in your database. Want to know why?" The Overlord's tongue flicked nervously. "Enlighten us." "Because on Earth everything is prey to something else. But we learned something your perfect predators never did." Martinez gestured to the 2 corpses behind her. "Predators hunt alone or in small packs. Prey animals work together." She pulled out a small device Chen recognized, a standard military communicator, nothing threatening. "There are 47 human ships in this system right now. My death is the signal for their arrival." The arena's silence stretched like a held breath. "But I'm not here to threaten you," Martinez continued. "I'm here to offer you something better. You want Earth's resources? Our technology, our expertise in surviving hostile environments. She smiled, and it was neither friendly nor unfriendly. It was practical. Then treat us as equals, not as entertainment. Chen stepped forward to the platform's edge. The captain makes an excellent point, Overlord. Shall we return to negotiations? I believe the trade agreements will be much more productive now. Thai stared down at the human standing calmly among the bodies of two of the galaxy's most feared predators. When she finally spoke, her voice was barely a whisper. Yes, I believe they will be. As Martinez walked toward the exit gate, Chen caught her eye and nodded once. She'd done exactly what he'd hoped. Not just won a fight, but redefined the terms of engagement entirely. The Death Worlder had walked into the arena to face predators. She walked out having reminded the galaxy that humans were something far more dangerous than any mere predator could ever be. They were prey that had learned to hunt back.